So initially we're going to line in our clamp front a 505 or a 404. Pinch call was the first call that we put in addition to playing just a base 505 front when we migrated to a 3-4 defense, just because it addresses the biggest issue of lining up in a 505 and showing two exposed B gaps. With a pinch call, all we are doing is basically pinching both defensive ends into what would be a tight front. We're moving into it. A pinch call is a one-face move. So we talked about earlier with the front terms, a one-face and a two-face. A pinch call is a one-face move, whereas we're going to cross the face of the tackle and we are working to the guard's outside shoulder. Our steps for our defensive linemen with that initial step is we want to get vertical, then square. We talk about chasing the hip of the guard if it's down, fighting the hard shoulder of the guard if he is to you. If this were a two-face move, if the guard goes in the direction of the pinch, we would cross his face. But as a rule here in pinch, we're going to cross one face of the tackle and we are attacking and then playing technique on that guard. If we call pinch in general, it will make both defensive ends pinch. We can make a pinch call to the strong side. We can make it to the weak side, to the H, away from the H, to the back. I can call it myself on the sideline. So we have the ability to move these defensive linemen. We will also make a pinch call if we are in a 4-eye, to or away from the back, depending on what we're seeing. All that's going to do is take the defensive end in a 4-eye and pinch him to the shoulder of the guard. So the pinch call tells him the Mike and Will, their fits are exactly like vice, like clamp. They are A to C gap fitters. They're read, if there's an H back, they're reading the H back to the guard, just understanding that if the defensive end has a pinch call, that B gap is going to disappear pretty quickly. So here you can see number one. So this is a pinch to the H. So 54 is playing a heavy technique. He's playing base. He's going to be in clamp. He's going to hit and slide inside. The nose is playing. Pinch call doesn't affect him. He gets good knockback on the center, then gets a little high. But we let this defensive end, he plays pinch. He's inside. Now that guard is down. We would like for him to chase the hip of that guard. We want him ending up right here, crossing the face, allowing these linebackers to fast flow. I think what we get out of this just as much as anything is if we're playing clamp, once we do this, if we can move 1 out of every 4 to 5 plays, we slow down those offensive linemen. We don't allow, if we are playing with undersized defensive linemen, which this guy's 200, he's 180. If we are playing with undersized linemen, we can't expect him to sit there all night on a bigger tackle and just play technique. If we move 1 out of 4 or 5 snaps, we slow that tackle down just a little bit where he can't tee off on that defensive lineman, and we help our guys. The fit for everyone else is the same. The reads for the outside linebackers, they're reading in man to the near back. He sees the back of the quarterback, he can come. I would like for this outside linebacker to sit for a minute, because right now that ball is meshed. If that quarterback pulls that ball and throws it in space, he's going to get pinned. So we would like when the quarterback opens to your side as an outside linebacker, we just say freeze. Sit right there. You'll hear people, your feet are in concrete, statue, just stand there and wait for the ball to declare. He's getting a little too nosy right there. You can see right here, great pinch call by number 1. Creates some indecision on the tackle. He chases the hip of the guard, so the guard is bound and determined he's going to block, double team the nose. 1 comes down right now. We've pinched opposite, so we've pinched both right here. Now, that guard comes hard at him. This ends up being a two-face move for him. Our normal rules would be if that guard is at you, but it's hard to fault him because there's really no room. As he goes, that guard has overreached him. There's really no room, so we end up with both guys in. We've wasted blockers. They're still ending up with 5 blockers on 3, and we're in position to make that tackle in the backfield. Now, this guy gets out of it. He was a really good player and really hard to tackle, but we feel like we've affected that play and we've got ourselves in position. We just got to finish off that play. So we get a pinch right here to the weak side. We're pinching opposite the back. Now, the thing I don't like here is he has cheated that down. We try to talk to our guys about the more you cheat in the direction you're going, the more they are tipped off that you're doing something besides playing technique. Whereas if he is set to the outside shoulder of that tackle, we want that tackle to lunge at him to allow him to win inside. The more he works head up and gets closer to that tackle, if he's well coached, which this team is, he's going to be more controlled off the ball or expect that you're going inside, which is what happens. He goes inside, he's double teamed. Now, he does a good job of collisioning and attacking that guard. Really good job of this inside linebacker of stacking. He almost falls back a little too quick, but he hangs there and then plays back inside. And I think that's the danger of if you just run to the edge right now when you see a play like this, then this gap is going to be open up stack and then allow yourself to fall back in because we've got presence out here. We always talk to them about if we get that ball, the concept of rolling off the table, spilling out to these overhangs and these safeties, good things are going to happen in our defense. You get a pinch right here, it accelerates him being able to crush that. Now, he is pinching along with, now we are bringing this outside linebacker. So we're getting just a four-man little stunt with it, but his pinch allows, it knocks off that puller, makes the running back stop his feet, and now the edge guy's able to hit him.